remember. Yeah.
My name is Donald Jones. For some of you guys that don't know me, I've been with Aim High now for about a year and a half or so. So I've learned a lot over the years. Sherman is my mentor. He used to be my professor when I was in Monroe College. How you doing? In Monroe College. So he pretty much brought me on board about a year and a half ago and asked me if I wanted to be a part of this journey, and I told him yeah. So I'm here. And this is my first male empowerment event that I'm actually a part of as far as organizing it. So I want to thank all of you guys, like truly from the bottom of my heart, for being here, taking time out of your busy schedule to speak to our young men. I would like to introduce the co-founder of Aim High, which is Dr. Wright. He's going to come over here and speak to you guys and give you guys some information about what today is going to be like and what it's going to look like.
All right, come on, let's DJ. I definitely realized that the impact of mentorship is much more than what you actually feel. You can actually see mentorship. I remember a couple months ago, or a year and a half ago, when I first met DJ with Sherman, and Sherman mentioned he's mentoring DJ. I'm like, okay, you have some work to do, but look at DJ now, man, he's been rocking, all right?
Yeah,
good job, DJ. I'm excited to be here, and I wish Sherman, is Sherman back here yet? In 5 seconds. I'm super excited because one of the things that I can tell you about what's taking place, Sharice, stay close by. The last 14 years of my life, 15 years of my life have been super impactful for many reasons. One, not because I happen to be a Jamaican guy with an accent. That's not it. And that is not because I, for some reason, find the magic dust to be smart. But the reason why my life has been so impactful the last 14 years was because I had the opportunity to meet people along a journey and along a pathway that kept me going, that pushed me, and always make sure you stay focused. And there's a great African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, you go with others. And 14 years ago, Sherman and I became best friends, and we decided to do something that we thought was necessary. And to be honest with you, I am just really in awe every single time this event comes around, because if you know Sherman, if you know the kind of work that he does in these high schools, what you actually see, you can actually feel and literally feel him breathing mentorship. It's all about an impact. And this room today, the fact that you come out today, to give back to students, really pull the whole thing together, how important this is. I'm just going to get out of the way and have everyone introduce themselves and just talk about who you are in 30 seconds so we can get more detail of the program. But it would be remiss for me not to recognize some folks in this room who, from the genesis of this program, actually have been coming to all of the male empowerment events over the last 10 years, right? So one of the persons, I'm going to ask all who have been here at least for 5 years to stand up. All right. And I would say, if I ask them to remain standing, if you, 7 years, 8 years, 10 years, you should stand up for about 8 or 9 years. And Gary asked about 10 years, right? All 10 years. So it's the life that we breathe. It's a continuity of what we do every single day. And I think the most important thing is that it's giving impact. I do a lot of reading. This morning, I was reading something this morning. I was wondering, can I tell you a quick story? The last couple of years I've traveled to different places, and I love traveling to Africa. So Africa is one of the places you go to sometime, and when you go there, you always realize the deep root in terms of where you're coming from and what we can. And I tell you one thing about mentorship is that mentorship is so deep that if you travel overseas and you realize that people are successful in other parts of the world, they always have someone to lean on, right? They always have someone they lean on. They always have a support system that they go to. And mentorship, you should know, in most African countries is one of the most powerful tools to building wealth. Mentorship. And I met this guy, and he was telling me this great story about a guy who was going to the well every single day, and he was pulling water from the well. There's 2 buckets on his shoulder bringing the water, but one of the buckets was always leaking. And leaking, so every time we get to a destination with the buckets, one bucket will be filled and one will be half empty. And he went back and said, you know, for years we've been doing it, and all of a sudden one day, the bucket that was half empty said to him, don't you realize I'm leaking water for the last couple of years? And the guy who was bringing the bucket said, I know you're leaking water for the last couple of years. And I kept you with a crack. Because every time you leak the water and the water drops along the path, you're watering flowers along the way. You got it? So sometime you realize that you don't have to be me, you don't have to be Sherman, you don't have to be anybody else. But each of us in our own mind, our own set, has the opportunity to water our own flowers. So the expansion of aim high shouldn't just start with here and end here. The expansion of aim high should, when you leave this room and see example of what we're doing, the impact we're making, so you can go back to your own communities, your own network, your own circle, and continue to make those impacts. Because that's how we change lives. Our life is on the line. Doesn't matter what folks say, I can tell you we're in the most prosperous time of our lives, because the vision of the eye is now open. And we realize the last 10, 15 years in this country, we realize that we can be what we want to be. We have some hurdles to go over, but if we continue to impact our young men, we can change lives forever. Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate all of you, and thank you guys for coming. All right, I want to just recognize quickly, if we take 30 seconds and go around the room and introduce each of it, just 30 seconds, who you are, the company you're from, and while we're doing that, then after that we'll get into Andrew Sherman, we'll get into a little more details in terms of the way the program would run. But if we can, just take a quick minute, from my right to my left, introduce yourself, just name, and introduce the company you're from, or if you're a student or organization that you present, okay?
Good morning, everybody. My name is Matthew Saunders. I'm from Manhattan Business Academy High School. I'm located in Manhattan on 18th Street.
Good morning, everyone. Jose Sanchez. I work for Environment Crossing Shield. I'm an IT project manager. I actually met Sherman in one of the elementary programs that I'm involved in with the Black Men Inc. I've been mentoring for about 10 years now. Sherman's an incredibly powerful speaker. If any of you have ever heard him speak, it's like an event just to listen. So I'm looking forward to working with all of you, getting exposure to this program.
Good morning, my name is Kumar Rao, and I am a student at the Medical Academy in the Bronx. I am also an entrepreneur and a two-time author. I met Sherman. He was speaking at my school, and from then we just began to link each other. So we close since then.
Hello everybody, my name is Muhammad Ansari. I am in my residency at the moment. I do foot and ankle surgery. I'm being trained in foot and ankle surgery. I'm trained here in Harlem Hospital, Lincoln, and Metropolitan. So I'm in my second year residency at the moment. But I met Sherman a few weeks ago. I'm also an entrepreneur where I'm launching a startup called Everybody Eats, and he saw me pitch my startup. And so I look forward to working with Aim High, and that's it.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Akeem Dempster. I'm from Brent, New York. I'm a tech consultant. I've seen the value of mentorship over and over with many people along my journey, just like he mentioned. And I really want to be a part of something where I could help somebody else. And that's why I'm here today, to kind of extend myself and the opportunities that's available for everyone across the board.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lino Solis. I'm an attorney here in the city, in real estate development. I think this is probably my 9th year, going back to maybe 2009, 2010. And it's exciting for me to be president. A few years ago, we launched the real estate educational course, in which we educated the young brothers in real estate in the Bronx specifically, and we see it live right now around us as you see all the development that's happening around the South Bronx, more particularly this area here. So it's a pleasure to be here, a pleasure to continue to serve the young brothers, and certainly partner with Sherman in other capacity. Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Timothy Tapia. I'm the Deputy Intergovernmental Director for Attorney General Letitia James. I'm here because a mentor saved my life. There was a young man who saw potential in me when no one did, and has transformed my life. So I want to support Sherman with everything that he's doing. I can't wait for you to write a book. Where he's at? I can't wait for the book to come out. So that's why I'm here. Thank you.
Morning, everybody. My name is Paul Reed. I work at Mercy College, and that's my boss up there. I'm super excited to be here. I've been involved with AIM High in this capacity for the past 4 years, and for me, it's just a wonderful experience to be able to watch the young men transition through life, and I'm really excited to impart to them as I learn from them.
My name is Patrick Louis. I'm with MML Investors.
Now that the senior citizens are done, the young men are going to talk. Well, first of all, gentlemen, I want to thank all of you guys for taking the time to be here today. This is an enormous day. It's an exciting day, and I'm so looking forward to seeing you guys connect with these young men. They're looking forward to you. You know, we've been over the last couple of years, been able to work with tons of students, really focusing on impact. And we know that although we've done the work together, it wouldn't be possible without people like you who take the time to be here on a regular basis. I know for a fact that there's two things we're going to do for sure in life. One, in America, you're going to pay taxes. The second is you're going to die. And when we die, what naturally happens is, for those who have enough money to have the funeral, most of us are going to be remembered just by the small words written in an obituary. Somebody's going to read that for a minute, and unfortunately what's going to happen is that once summertime comes and there's too much clutter in the house, that same paper that they read and they cried over on that day gets thrown away. But there's some men who are going to live this life, and because of the impact they had in the world, you will not be able to summarize their life in an obituary. You need an entire documentary. And when I see the men in this room who take the time to be here on a regular basis to connect with our young men, maybe you're not in Hollywood yet, but I do believe that your life and what you do is motion picture worthy. And you gotta know that, you gotta believe that, you gotta know that every time you come out here, there's something that you're doing that's just planting a seed. And that seed, you may not see it grow right away. It's like a copper beech tree. It takes 150 years to reach its full bloom, which tells us that if you plant the seed of a copper beech tree, more than likely you will not be around to see it in its full bloom. But somebody will be passing by one day. They're gonna say, look at this beautiful copper beech tree. I wonder how it looks so splendid and so wonderful. And what they're not gonna know is that the tree is the tree, but there's a story behind the tree. There was a man named Christopher Portal, and he came and he said, I'm gonna drop that seed. And then I'm gonna go to a place, meet a guy named Muhammad, and Muhammad said, I'm gonna just drop my seed. Then I find other brothers like Dinar, young authors who said, like, I'm gonna exceed expectation and I'm gonna plant my seed. And the countless men who are in this room are planting seeds. And I'm telling you right now, I see it happen over and over and over again. These seeds that you plant blossom. They blossom in times that you don't even know it. They blossom in the moment of an interaction with officers. And the student doesn't know how to act, but then they remember when you were at the table and what you said. And they start to think about, how do I respond in this type of situation? That seed.
then germinates, and then it goes to another level. So I'm grateful for you guys for being here today. I know there's so much we're going to be able to accomplish today. The young men are pumped. They're upstairs. We're going to get ready to transition you guys in a little bit, but this event wouldn't be possible, and I know this space is a little hot right now, but that's what happens when a lot of black men get together. so things get hot when a lot of black and Latino men get together. But this space that we are in today, we've been doing the event for a number of years now. And when I reached out right here to this college, and I said, hey, look, you know what, we're trying to find a space to do the event, and we're looking for a partner. These gentlemen who were right here in this school didn't hesitate at all. They said, we're gonna give you this space because what you're doing is impacting lives. And this is exactly what their school is about, empowering this community. When they chose to come right here to this borough, to this section of the Bronx, it's because they felt like they could have the most impact in empowering our young people and people all over the world. So I want to give thanks to our sponsor, and I'm going to ask him to come in today, who donated the space for us, so all the facilities that we're using today.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm going to be brief because I know you have a rich program and a whole bunch of young people up there, and you don't want to leave them stranded too long. Like Sherman said, I'm John Edwards. I'm the executive director of the Bronx campus. It was very easy to get behind this project for all obvious reasons. So this college is a nonprofit organization, so we're really about social change. We're about, justice and having an impact in the community. So he's absolutely right. We came to this community because we saw there was a need. I believe the statistics show that less than 20% of the members of this community have a college degree. That's startling for us. So we're about to create a scholarship in AIM High's name for young people who are interested in coming to this school. I have some information about the program we offer. We are an accelerated program, so you get your degree in you get a bachelor's in less than 3 years and an associate's in less than 2 years. And you have tons of support. So it's people of color working with people of color. I call us the unofficial HBCU. That's my take. But again, just welcome. I have my business card here. You guys can pass it around. I have information about the school. If you know people who want to transform their lives, have them.
Right now. Do we have ASC in the house? No, that sounds like you're hungry. Do we have ASC in the house? Yeah. All right, ASC is in the house. Let me see if we got the brothers from Life Science in the house. Yeah. Life Science is in the building. Are my brothers from MBA, Manhattan Business Academy, in the house? Yeah, they come in with some power. Let me see if my brothers from BCC Prep is in the house. Yep, we're hearing them. Yo, I saw the young ones in here today. Is Pelham Gardens in the house? Yeah. And the brothers come in here with the power. Look, it's Eagle in the house. Yeah. We got our brothers in the house, and today is going to be a marvelous day. So, gentlemen, at this time, we're about to get this thing started. And right about now, the men that you are going to meet are these powerful men of distinction. These men who have come from various walks of life, but who have a powerful story. These men are men with courage. These men are men of honor. These men are men of distinction. These men are men who are transforming lives. Gentlemen, at this time, it is proud for us to introduce you to the mentors and the Bring My Empowerment Institute. Stand on your feet and dance in the room at this time. Welcome them. What they do? Let's go. Yeah. Yep. Bring My Empowerment Institute. With these men who are here right now, if you're in the house, we do it this way to show respect to these men who have taken out their time. Aim high! Yeah! Aim high! Yeah! These men who are here today are here to bring an energy. They are here to connect with you, and I don't want you to take not a minute or a second that you have with them for granted. These men are going to impact your lives in a positive way. So I want you to get ready as they get ready to impact your life. Before we get started, we're going to ask one of our brothers from the Life Sciences Secondary School to begin today's session by giving his rendition of the national anthem. Christopher Rowe from Life Sciences Secondary School. Give him a round of applause.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
From Life Sciences Secondary School. Thank you, Mr. Rowe. So, gentlemen, you can be seated at this point in time. We're about to get started in this first round of mentoring. This is what we call Coach Connect, an opportunity for you to be able to connect with the coaches. So we're going to ask all of the mentors. You can be seated at this time by your respective tables.
All right. So, let's
A lot of them did time, a lot of them were strung out on drugs, and I kept hearing the same type of story over again. So I already went to the end of where this road is, because all those people who outside doing all the gangbanging, doing all the crazy stuff, they can't go back to the projects because they're felons, and then they have to live in the shelter, so they can't live with their family. So there's grown men.
O'clock at night, and I made a decision to do something different, right? And it doesn't make me any better. I remain keep a humble heart because I saw their struggle. And the biggest one to say is this: they always told me to get off the avenue. So they knew what they were doing wasn't right, but I wasn't allowed to do it. You understand what I'm saying? Which was like huge for me because
so it's important. You gotta remember people's names. What's his name? Leo. If it helps you, yeah, remember Leo, the sun, Leo, the zodiac sign. You know somebody who's a Leo. Who here is a Leo? You're a Leo. You're a Leo.
Names, investing stocks, listen to the market. No, first thing, the only thing that you should do out of your age, if you don't have the money, you can always borrow more. You can borrow, right? Is investing in yourself. You gotta purchase the courses that you need to learn, right?
listen. So I want to teach you guys something, right?
This is great.
Why would you sell me something that I can get anywhere in the world for $1? I can go to Costco and get it for 50 cents. So what you're telling me by choosing the water bottle over yourself is that you value the water bottle more than yourself.
When I was doing mine, I wasn't thinking about my bottle. I was thinking about how I sell it.
Yeah.
I was thinking about I was thinking about that.
But
You go. I see. I like your approach.
But in the but in the corporate world, in the business world, you're the valuable one. You're the one that has the value. In the business world, you're the one that has the value.